So, in one word, can you describe your time on this class ship?
Life changing.
It was life changing to me.
Life changing.
It's tough to really put it all into one word, but I think the biggest thing for me was friendship.
I name you Her Majesty's Canadian ship Kingston. God bless the ship and all who sail in her. There.
In one word, can you describe the Kingston class?
Adventurous, agile, adaptable.
Camaraderie.
They were versatile. They were steadfast. They were the Kingston class. 12 maritime coastal defense vessels carried missions far greater than their size. And they were a constant presence at sea for search and rescue, coastal patrols, minesweeping, law enforcement, and training the next generation of sailors. From Canadian waters to West Africa, Europe, Central America, and the Caribbean, they stood ready. Regular and reserve sailors served side by side, not for glory, but for protection, presence, and peace. His Majesty's Canadian ships Kingston, Glace Bay, Nanaimo, Edmonton, Shawinigan, Whitehorse, Yellowknife, Goose Bay, Moncton, Saskatoon, Brandon, and Summerside. 12 ships, one mission. Their legacy lives in the stories of those who sailed them.
How important were the Kingston class to the Navy when they were brought in?
The Kingston class to the Navy when they were first brought in were initially, I think, underestimated, but they punched above their weight once they realized what the crew, and it really was the crew that was at the heart of the ships, what they could do. They became very important doing the domestic operations.
These ships turned on a whole new activity for the Naval Reserve to begin with, and then the vessels themselves have performed well beyond their weight.
There are a lot of really incredible things about these ships, but it's, as always, it's a people-driven organization, and the people I met along the way and the networks I made, the friendships I forged, those are the things that are most important.
These ships served with honor. Their story continues with those who knew them best.
Thank you all for coming to what the fleet commander rightly described as a bittersweet moment. Ships are formed together and forged out of steel, but they are given life and spirit by the sailors who embark them, crew them, and take them around the world. And today we were reminded as the crew comes off that they are going to revert to what they first were. But that long legacy of service is something that we're here to celebrate. It's truly remarkable what we achieved on these small ships. And I'm struck by the incredible crews that as a fleet commander, I always enjoyed my time on an MCDV. The cooks of these ships were amongst the best in the fleet, and they brought the morale of this ship together, creating that small ship spirit that has always been a part of the Royal Canadian Navy. These ships showed us something. It showed us the potential of the reserve. It showed us what could happen when you took vessels that the reserves had begged, borrowed from others to crew and to operate, to generate their skills, and you give them something purpose-built. It energized the reserve. And that legacy owes a lot to the people who were in command at the time, and in particular Commodore Lorraine Ortlieb, who ensured that this class would be delivered. And so as we reflect with admiration and a tinge of sadness on the incredible service of these vessels, we can look to a future that is brighter because of their service.
Is there one last message you'd like to say to the past crews before the ships are paid off?
Ooh. I really started in the Kingston class and progressed from a March 4 student, a bridge watchkeeper, all the way to the commanding officer of a ship. And I served with so many people, and the people were what made it all worthwhile. So to the past crews, I would just say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
For me, it was life-changing. I really made some of my best friends, which are still friends today. I met my wife on the Kingston class. I'm still married with 3 kids. And I want to say thank you very much for the opportunity that the Navy provided.
For a lot of us, it's where we, to a certain degree, grew up and got to know who we were as people and as sailors and what we strive to become later on in our careers. And so I say thank you for that time and that experience.
I'd like to say thank you. You've been my family, you've been my co-workers, you've been my support. I spent most of my 28-year career on the MCVs, and I grew up on them, and so did a lot of us.
Farewell, my beautiful ships. They changed my life. I think they changed the lives and enriched the lives of a lot of folks here today and everywhere across the country. So a very fond farewell to them all.
It was a pleasure sailing with all of you, with some lifelong friendships made with a lot of you along the way. Thank you for all the good times.
Your work was valued. It has paved the way in what future classes of ships look like. The challenges and the nuances that made you a better contribution to the fleet are being listened to and making the Navy better.
The expertise and the camaraderie that I learned from the crews of the Kingston class helped me become the sailor and the submariner that I am today.
It's definitely been a pleasure serving with everyone I've been on these boats with. These are the people that made these boats great.
It was a pleasure growing up with you.
I will never forget my time sailing in the Kingston class. Our mission is done. We did our duty.
It's just the classic fair winds following seas, and looking forward to the next adventure.